Okay, so the second fight of the main card is between the women. So Ketlen Vieira and Sijara Eubanks. Butchered both names, I apologize. But before I go any further, I just want to let you guys know that Vieira is the favorite at -190 and Eubanks is the underdog at +150. This isn't the only fight that I have predicted. I've actually predicted all the other fights of this UFC 253 main card. If you're interested, make sure to subscribe to the channel to be notified when you post go up. But yeah, so Sijara Eubanks is coming into UFC 253 after having fought only a couple weeks ago, specifically September 12th, I think, and she defeated Julia Avila via decision. She's got a record of 6-4, which it's not too bad, not good though. I mean, I couldn't do better, so like I can't be saying anything. Don't come after me. So Eubanks isn't really a fighter you could argue that is a finisher. Like she won't go in there and put you in a hold and go home, or like rearrange your face with a one punch. She's a fighter that in which most of her fights actually end via decision. But with this being said, this doesn't take away from the fact that she's a fighter that always puts her heart on the line and is always willing to go one step further to get the dub. So despite the fact that she's not the favorite coming into this fight, it's important to note that Eubanks actually lands 4 significant strikes a minute, which is relatively high. You know, it's a statistic that you can't ignore. However, her opponent, Ketlen Vieira, is the favorite. I mean, this prediction is going to be relatively short because I believe Vieira is going to win. I'm not saying with ease, but, you know, it's not the hardest fight to predict. I mean, watch me get this prediction wrong and everyone roasts me. But Ketlen Vieira has a record of 10-1. And despite the fact that she's coming into UFC 253 with her latest loss in December 2019 against Irene Aldana, she's a very dangerous fighter that looks to get back on those winning terms for sure. You know, specifically of those 10 fights she's won 2 via knockout, 4 via submission, and then 6 via decision. So we have 2 fighters that are most likely going to finish their fights via decision. I believe this fight is going to go just like that. It's going to be ended via decision. I don't see a crazy knockout or a crazy, you know, world-class versatile submission being taken. But again, adding on to this, Vieira, you know, there's a lot of statistics that favor her. Specifically, she's more comfortable fighting on the ground than on her feet. There's a statistic. So in 15 minutes, Vieira actually averages 2 takedowns and records 3 significant strikes with a 35% accuracy, which is, you know, it shows that as a fighter, she's a well-rounded fighter. You know, she can take you from all angles. If she has if she has to strike you, she can do that. But at the same time, she can put you on the ground and then work her way up from there. How do I think this fight is going to go? I already said it. I think it's going to end via decision based on both of these fighters' records. And I personally, and if we want to put numbers into it, I combined the fights of both of these fighters. 12 out of the 20 total fights between the two have ended via decision. So I believe this one's going to end in the same way. In terms of who will win specifically, I think it's going to be Ketlen Vieira. Hopefully didn't butcher her name. She'll come out on top. I just think her strength as a fighter, yeah, she's not been active. Her last fight was in December 2019. Whatever, it comes from a loss, whatever. I think that her strength and her stand-up game, but most importantly, her ground game is one that will do damage against a fighter like Sijara Eubanks. That's why I think the fight is going to go. I'm interested to know what you guys think, though. So comment down below. Let me know what you think. If you like these predictions, I will make more in the near future. So if you subscribe, then, you know, you'll see when I post. And if you do subscribe and I'll see you guys in the next one, then I'll see you guys in the next one.